This production is brought to you by the Mawa High School Sports Talk Club. Hello Thunderbirds, and welcome back to the Mawa High School Teacher and Faculty Rock, Paper, Scissors Tournament, presented by the Sports Talk Club. Last time we were here, we saw Mr. Fuchs in an absolute thriller take home the History Department Championship to seek his spot in the school bracket. Now we're here with the Math Department, and let's go meet our contestants. And here's the bracket for your math department.
Round 1, fight!
Here we are in round 1, game 1 of the math department bracket. We have Siegel on the left and McNamara on the right. And they're going to get started right away here with a tie, both throwing scissors. Siegel throwing a scissor, defeating McNamara's paper, making this one 1-0. There's a tie. Here's the next throw. Siegel making this 2-0. Can he shut out McNamara here? And we have another tie. Could he do it? And he does. Siegel taking the 3-0 win over McNamara. And let's get a post-game interview with McNamara. Danny?
Train, Mr. Siegel's a really tough opponent. Go Devils.
Thank you so much for competing.
Here we are in matchup number 2 of round 1 of the math department bracket. We have Cohen on the left, Montana on the right. Montana taking the early 1-0 lead here. But Cohen's going to tie this one right up, making this one 1-1. Both throwing down rock, making it a tie. Both throwing down scissors. Montana making this one 2-1 over Cohen. Could he finish it here? And that's another tie. And Montana finishing the job, making this one 3-1. What a game.
Hi, Ms. Cohen. How do you feel about your match that you just lost?
You know, I think I did the best I could. I was up against a really good player. Mr. Montana has these rock, paper, scissors skills that I just didn't have enough practice for.
What do you think you could practice for next year's match?
I think that I could figure out maybe just the speed of it and what I should do, whether it's a rock, paper, or scissor, what order I want to go in.
Do you think if you're versed up versus Mr. Montana next year, do you think you can have a chance at beating him?
On next year. We're gonna have a rematch.
Okay, thank you so much for competing, Ms. Cohen.
It's time for round 2, and we kick off this matchup with Mr. Siegel on the left and Miss Nolinsky on the right. Here's the first throw, both tying, and here's the second throw. And Siegel taking an early 1-0 lead, making this a 2-0 lead. And here's Nolinsky making this one 2-1. And the next throw, and she does it again. This is a tied-up match. Who's going to take it here? And it's a tie. And the next throw. And Nolinsky defeats Siegel, making this one 3-2. And we will get a post-game interview from Mr. Siegel. Danny?
How do you feel about your losing match in the semifinals?
We didn't have a good showing. I thought we should have put our best foot forward. We got to go back in the off season, rework some things, and get better for next year.
Do you think that there's any off-season planning that you could do for next year?
Absolutely, training.
Okay, thank you so much for competing. We hope to see you back next year, and maybe you can make it to the finals next year.
100%.
Okay, thank you so much.
Here we are in the second matchup of round 2. We have Montana on the left and Gazinski on the right. Winner of this moves on to the math department championship matchup. And the first 2 throws both being ties, but then Kaczynski is going to take the early 1-0 lead. And here's the next throw, and both tying again. And Montana making this one 1-1 against Kaczynski. And the next throw, Montana over Kaczynski. Could he take the series? And no, Kaczynski making this one 2-2. Sudden death. Who's going to take it? And we have a tie, and it looks like there's a little bit of confusion in the press box. What's the call? And it looks like the call is a tie. And here is the next throw. And Gonzinski takes it home, defeating Montana in 5 games. Let's go to Montana with an interview.
Mr. Montana, thank you so much for competing. But what were you thinking during your match?
You know, that last one was tough. It was 2-2. Miss Kaczynski puts a hard fight. I couldn't keep up with her logic and reasoning skills. The math didn't pull through.
And any mathematical equations that you could solve to get like the perfect rock paper scissors score next year?
I was trying to use quadratic formula and all that solving stuff from class, but none of it helped. It really just came down to Miss Kaczynski's math power was better than mine.
I'm so sorry for your loss, Mr. Montana, but thank you so much for competing and hope to see you back next year. Thank you.
It's time for the championship matchup of the math department. The stakes are high. We have Nazalinsky on the left and Gonzinski on the right. Who's going to take this one home? Gonzinski making this one 1-0. And here's the next throw. Gonzinski making this one 2-0. Could she take it here? We have a tie. And Gonzinski winning this one 3-0. And Gonzinski is headed to the school bracket.
How'd you feel during your championship match?
It was intense. I felt so much pressure, but, came in as a close second, so.
Any, preparation in the off season to try to get back to this point?
No, just gotta get your head in the game. Don't give up.
Thank you so much for competing, and we hope to see you back next year in the championship round.
problem.
Thank you.
How did you feel during your match?
I felt very positive and confident.
What are you going to do to prepare for the championship round?
I think maybe I'll figure out who I'm gonna be opposing and kind of think about how mentally I could prepare to beat them.
Congratulations, Mr. Kaczynski. Good
Thank
luck
you.
in the school bracket.
Thanks.